Mom's hand was warm when she leaned in. Her perfume, jasmine and starch, still smelled like my childhood. She squeezed my fingers, her smile so proud it hurt. Then she whispered it. "Your brother will be a better CEO, sweetheart." The room didn't go silent, it just blurred. Laughter from my uncles, clinking glasses, the dull hum of celebration. 8 years. 8 years of turning a corner store into a national brand. 8 years of 70-hour weeks, missed birthdays, sacrificed sleep. And she handed it to him in a single sentence. I smiled anyway, raised my glass. To family. No one noticed my hand trembling under the table. I used to think betrayal was loud. Shouting, slammed doors, broken glass. Turns out, it's quiet. It comes in whispers, disguised as love. My brother Ryan wasn't the enemy, not at first. He was the kid who shared his lunch when I forgot mine, who helped me carry boxes in the early days when the shop barely broke even. I used to believe we were building something together. When the brand took off, he became my right hand. Charming, polished, boardroom perfect. I was the strategist, he was the face. We worked like two sides of a coin, until I started noticing the little things. He stopped looping me into investor calls. He began signing documents we used to sign together. Then came the smiles that didn't reach his eyes. The board members who called him first. And finally, the email, forwarded to me by mistake from a venture partner. "Once your sister steps aside, we'll move faster. Her emotional attachment to the brand slows us down. Once your sister steps aside." He hadn't even had the decency to tell me himself. I didn't confront him. I didn't cry. I just watched, listened, took notes. Revenge, I learned, is a game of patience and silence. First, I secured what was mine. I transferred my shares into a trust under my name, an invisible move buried in legal dust. Then I called our lawyer, Daniel, the only man in that entire room who remembered where we started. Together, we redrafted the licensing rights. Quietly. The brand name, the core IP, the supply chain, all trademarked under a separate entity I controlled. Ryan never checked. He was too busy charming investors and giving interviews about his vision. I let him. When the $8 million investment came through, I smiled and signed the deal, already knowing what he didn't. He had just funded my independence. Monday morning, the office smelled of new money and stale coffee. He came in wearing confidence like armor. The board gathered in the glass conference room, papers stacked, pens aligned, all ready for the transition. Mom sat near the head of the table, her pearls bright against her blouse. She looked proud. Ryan stood, smiled at me. "Sis, this isn't personal. You'll always be part of the company, just in a different role." I nodded. Of course, it's just business. Then I handed out the folders. Inside, copies of the new IP ownership certificates, signed and sealed. The brand, the name, logo, and distribution channels belonged not to our company, but to a new one. Mine. Ryan's smile faltered first. "What is this?" I leaned back, calm. "The new structure. As of last quarter, all brand rights moved to my entity. Technically, you've been operating under license. That license expires today." The room went silent. Mom's eyes darted to me, searching for softness, for the daughter who used to beg her for approval. She didn't find her. Ryan stammered, "You can't do this." I already did. Daniel slid over the supporting documents. Legal, binding, impeccable. It took exactly 37 seconds for realization to settle across his face. He wasn't the CEO of a thriving brand. He was the CEO of an empty shell. The investors turned on him in real time. Questions, accusations. A chair scraped the floor. I stood, straightened my jacket. "I'll be taking my team and my brand to a new parent company. You're, of course, free to continue running this as you see fit." Ryan's voice cracked. You planned this? Yes, I said softly. You taught me how. By Wednesday, the press caught wind. Headlines painted me as the visionary founder reclaiming control. Ryan resigned the next day. Mom called once. I didn't answer. The shop still stands, the original one. I walk past sometimes. The old sign faded but familiar. I think of my parents, of everything they built, and everything I rebuilt. Do I regret it? No. Regret belongs to those who hesitate. They taught me loyalty. I learned strategy. And when Mom whispered that he'd be a better CEO, she was right, in her way. He just needed to lose everything first to make me one. Final line. Some people inherit crowns. Others forge them quietly, one signature at a time.